The all-new 2020 Lincoln Corsair. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Lincoln in Salina, Kansas. In this video, we're going to go over the standard as well as optional equipment on the standard trim of the 2020 Lincoln Corsair. All new Lincoln Corsair. This is not your MKC. You're going to find that out with this video. So we call this our complete guide because we will go over all the standard equipment first. We're going to talk about that 101A equipment group as well as the different optional packages are available, which I think you'll be surprised about in standalone options at the end. So we'll have some timestamps down below in the description. So check those out. We can bounce around on the video. If you want to go to some of the optional equipment things, you can check that out too. So you'll have the timestamps and you're going to have the prices for the different packages and standalone options down there. So use that as your resource. Go ahead and open that up, go down to the description and check all that information out. But for right now, let's go ahead and get started and talk about some of the safety features first. Now I do want to cover some safety features because this video is really to kind of give you all the information. Some people are looking for safety, some performance, some of the features. So I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. So we'll talk about some safety features on this one here. As we do, we'll go ahead and give you some clips of some of the interior. So give you a kind of a heads up there. We do have the dual stage airbag in the front. So driver and front passenger, dual stage airbag deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. You're going to also have a knee airbag for the driver as well as a glove box integrated airbag for the knee for the front passenger. So it's going to protect even the front passenger from those deploying those airbags down, protecting the lower parts of your legs down there. Side impact airbag as well for the driver and front passenger for any side collision. That airbag's going to deploy from the side of that seat. And the safety canopy airbag with the rollover sensor. So the safety canopy airbag is going to come down from the roof line and kind of protect the glass and such for any kind of rollover that might happen and protect you that way and kind of surround you in a nice pillow there, protecting you all around in the vehicle. So a personal safety system with the seatbelt pretensioners and the alarms to remind you to put your seatbelts on. All those are Corsair standard features as well there. So great system there. Speaking of kind of getting in accidents and possibly that happening, this does have the SOS post-crash alert system that's going to honk the horns, flash the lights, and let people know that you're, you need to come to your safety. 911 assist as well, which allows you to be able to call 911 will call you directly if you're in an accident. I actually had someone that had this happen, and they came on the speakers and they were able to talk to them and communicate and whether or not they could, how severe the accident was and if they needed the ambulance and police to come to their safety. So great system to really protect you throughout the vehicle and even when you do get in an accident. Advanced track as well with electronic or roll stability control. So that's going to keep you on your intended path. So you're going to maybe that curve a little too fast, or maybe if it's slick out, it's going to use a series of brakes around the vehicle to keep you on your intended path and have that rollover as well. So you have the roll stability control with this as well. So a great system throughout. You do have your e-pass, electronic power assist steering. As well, it's going to help you steer the vehicle when you're on, going a little bit slower, make it a little bit easier to turn that wheel. But when you're on the highway, it's going to stiffen that up, so that way that wind doesn't push you from side to side. So some great features throughout there. Now this does come standard with the Copilot 360, so that's going to give you some great features we're going to talk about in a little bit. But one of them I want to talk about in the safety features part of this video is a pre-collision assist with emergency braking. So that's great about it is also pedestrian detection. So you have front sensing system up here. So it is going to know if there's a vehicle in front of you or even a person and you're not hitting your brakes. It's going to alert you and let you know that, puts a message on the dash and a series of tones that you need to brake. And if you don't, it's going to initiate brake support for you. So that's a great system to really help out. I've had it happen to me a couple times. The car is turning a little slow, and thinking they're going to turn a little faster and have that go off. So I haven't had that, so just great system there that I think you'll really enjoy. Now let's talk about some ways to protect those here in the rear seat. We're talking about kids. Those booster seats, if you have those kids that are still in those car seats, you can use the latch system that lower anchors and tethers for children. That's going to securely allow you to fasten those seat belts back against those seats using that latch system. Pretty much all the vehicles have it anymore, but I do want to include that, as well as the rear lock for these doors, the child safety locks, where you can lock those doors out so the kids can't open those when you're maybe at a stoplight, stop sign, or whatever it might be. So great system here, and a lot of safety features that are included. We'll talk about some few other things that are kind of under driver assist features, but some of them I consider safety as well as we go around the vehicle. Now as we move to the front, we do want to first talk about the engine on this. And to do that, let's go ahead and pop the hood. And I want to show you a cool little feature that is available on these, or not available, but is standard on these. And this is the latch down here. See how it says pull twice? So you pull it once, it releases it like normal. You pull it a second time and it pops it up a little bit. So you don't have a latch to try to find underneath there, no yellow, looking for that yellow latch or anything. You just go ahead and pop it twice and lift it up. Has struts on it as well, so it'll keep that hood up. So now the engine is standard on the standard trim is the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. So it's going to deliver 250 horsepower now, 275 pound-feet of torque, and it's going to have the auto start-stop technology, which means when you pull up the stoplight, stop sign, you press the brake, it's going to turn the vehicle off. You let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. Also, it's going to have your 8-speed automatic transmission with select shift. Select shift means that you can shift it up and down like a manual transmission using the paddle shifters located behind the steering wheel. So great how this all works together. Even has your different drive modes, 5 different drive modes, whether it be the standard front wheel drive or even the optional all-wheel drive. You'll have the 5 drive modes, and of course you'll have your normal one, which is kind of normal conditions and everything. You also have an eco mode there, so you have that to go for. That's called your conserve. You also have one called excite, and excite's going to give you a little bit more spirited ride and drive. And then you have your slippery, which is going to be in those conditions where it's maybe raining, snow outside on the road. And then you have your deep conditions. So if you're going to go off-road, that would be the one you'd want to select as well. So even your front-wheel drives will have the deep conditions on it as well. So you're going to have all those 5 different drive modes. A couple things for that. The different drive modes depends on what you choose. You're going to have a different feel. The transmission will shift a little differently. Your suspension will be adapted as well for those different drive modes. And even the instrument cluster, which we're going to talk about a little bit, will change the look, depends on what different mode you have and what you're going to have on there. Whether or not you have a tachometer on there or not depends on the different drive modes you have. So I love how that all works together right there. Now let's go ahead and talk about the look up here. All LEDs on this, so you have your LED headlights as standard equipment, automatic feature, which means they're going to come on automatically when it gets dark, turn off when it gets light. A little known fact, it was really neat. We actually had turned off the headlights earlier, and then I noticed if you turn them off and then you shut the vehicle off, when you go to turn the vehicle back on, it automatically kicks it down to the auto setting. So that way you'll make sure that the headlights do come on if it's dark outside. You don't get caught with those off. LED signature lighting lights up underneath there. Also, that's gonna be part of your Lincoln Embrace. So as you approach the vehicle with that key fob in your pocket, it's going to use the LED light that's underneath here that fades on, as well as your door handles will light up with LED backlighting in those, the LED tail lights, of course, and then the Lincoln welcome mat beside the vehicle, just like we did see on the MKC and the other Lincoln vehicles. Just a beautiful way to really approach the vehicle, especially at nighttime. Also, part of the Copilot 360, you're going to have auto high beams. So auto high beams work a lot like your automatic headlights. When you're going down a dark road or highway, you can turn those auto high beams will come on. So, and then if someone approaches you, or if you're in the city lights, it'll turn them off automatically for you. Now, that is a feature you can activate and deactivate in your settings screen under the lighting settings right there. Also, you do have under here, you check out this grille, you do have the Lincoln repeating grille up here. We've been seeing that on all the different models come out with a nice Lincoln, big Lincoln star in the middle. Chrome surround around that as well, and you're going to see chrome accent down there in the lower part of that bumper. So great look to the front of the vehicle. A couple other features I want to talk about as we talk about the front of the vehicle is part that are standard equipment as part of the Copilot 360 is your lane keeping system, which includes 3 great features. Your driver alert, so you're going to have that. It knows if you take your hands off the steering wheel or you need to use assistance or you're getting drowsy, it kind of knows that and lets you know that. Also, you have your lane keeping aid and alert system. In the alert system, what it's going to do is if you start to leave your lane, you'll go ahead and leave your lane, but it'll vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane or you're leaving your lane. The aid system will help keep you in your lane. It will assist you to stay in your lane. So this is whether or not you have your cruise on or not. As long as you have the lane keeping system activated, it's going to use this, and you can use the aid or the assist for that, or the alert system on that. So great how that works. Also, this does have your Lincoln Drive control. So you do Lincoln Drive control includes not only the e-pass, but also the active noise control inside the vehicle to make it even quieter. So you do have that laminated glass up here in these side windows to keep it a lot quieter for you when you're going down the highway and even down the road. So it's just a much quieter, enjoyable ride as you're driving down the road. Now, as we move around to the side over here, you're going to see the standard wheel is going to be an 18-inch warm painted aluminum wheel. So I'm going to give you a clip off of Lincoln's website because this is actually a package we're going to talk about in a little bit that has this wheel. So the standard wheel on the 100A is an 18-inch warm painted aluminum wheel. Also here you're going to see using the same badging on these as we did with the Aviator we're seeing, as well as the Nautilus, the Navigator, the Continental, which was the first to have that. So nice Corsair badging here on the side of it. Also the mirror caps, you're going to see, notice it does have the body colored under here with the high gloss black on the top. And I'll tell you why in just a little bit. So you're going to have that painted black no matter what color you have on your vehicle. Power heated mirror as well. And it will have your Bliss system as part of the Copilot 360. That's that blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. The way that works is if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of your mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, as you're backing up, if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to use a light in the mirror on the side they're coming from. It's going to put a message on the dash saying if they're coming from the left or the right, but more importantly, a series of tones that it's not safe to back up. So you're going to hear those tones. You're going to be able to look on your dash and know if they're coming from the left or the right, so you know it's clear to be able to back up. Love that system and how that works. Also, on your standard trim, unlike the MKC, auto fold mirrors. So what's great about that is when you have the vehicle locked, it's going to fold those mirrors in. So let me demonstrate that as we use the intelligent access to lock the vehicle using just pressing these ridges. We lock it up and it's going to auto fold that mirror into place, and that's where you're going to see that security approach lamp that's going to put that welcome mat beside the vehicle there. So love how that all works. Also intelligent access, as we've been just talked about it, put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle so you get in and out. You can set it up in your settings to unlock the driver's door or all four of the doors, and it's really up to your preference. I think from the factory it comes for all doors, and that's how that's set up. And then it also does have invisible keypad on the pillar, so if you want to leave the keys inside, maybe access the vehicle without the keys, you can use the special code to get in and out of the vehicle, which you can set up in your the screen, your touch screen, so you don't have to try to remember the factory code and find it in your owner's manual to be able to do that. You can just do it now when you're in the vehicle. When you have it started and running, you can change your keypad code in there pretty easily in the settings screen. And then when you get out of the vehicle, you just press the ridges like I mentioned, and it's going to unlock, or it's going to lock the vehicle and fold those mirrors into place. So love how that works. Chrome accent here on the belt line, as well as you're going to see it kind of come up along the roof line as well there too. Chrome accent roof rack side rails as well. And you'll notice high gloss black finish here, mirror cap, the pillars throughout here and even back here, giving that floating roof line design. So they're really working for that quiet flight look, and they're going to get that with that floating roof line. So you're going to see that high gloss no matter what color you have throughout the middle with your painted roof up here, giving that floating roof design down there. Molded in black down there with some nice little accent painted trim right here. So it does give it a little bit of luxury touch to the side, but also it's going to be durable. So if you do get any rocks or anything on that, it's not going to damage or paint it, something that's going to flake or rust or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. That is a silver painted accent right down here, not kind of a high gloss finish or anything. So a real great look here. Also privacy glass in these back windows, and back glass keeps it cooler for everyone inside. Looks so much nicer on the vehicle as well. A lot of times when we get a vehicle that doesn't have the privacy glass, we always put window tint because it just looks so much better. Also, Easy Fuel capless filler door. They've been doing this for years in the Lincoln vehicles. Don't have a cap to worry about getting your hands dirty or anything like that. You just open the door, put the nozzle in there, go ahead and fill it up, close the door when you're done. You don't have to worry about it. It does have two different doors there, so people can't just like put something in that top one. There is a locked one in there that has to be exact size of the fuel pump to be able to release it and open it to put gas in it. So again, great equipment here on the side, but let's continue to the back and see what else we have in store. Now, as we come back to the back of the vehicle, one of the things I like that the Corsair kept from the tradition of the MKC is that clamshell design for the liftgate. So you can see it does go and kind of work its way around those rear tail lights, so you have no break in those tail lights and having a more secure closing there for that as well. So much wider liftgate than we've had for the MKC with the Corsair, but they did keep with that styling there with that clamshell design. Now, if you look at the rear spoiler up here, it does have body color at the top with a high gloss black under there, with those pieces coming down that are high gloss, keeping that flat floating roof line design there. Also, the center harmonic stoplight a little bit wider now that we have a wider lift gate, so people will know that you're wanting to brake. Rear defrost with rear wiper back here. And let's talk about this liftgate. Love the LED lighting back here. So you do have your LED tail lights. So when you have, I'm gonna actually unlock it so you can kind of see the LED tail lights. When you have your headlights on, you're gonna see that top part LED is gonna be lit up. When you hit your brakes, that bottom part then is gonna light up as well. And then right in between there is where you're gonna see your backup lights as well as your turn signals that are gonna light up there with a chrome accent right in between those. So great look here on the back of the liftgate. It also does have your Lincoln chrome lettering on there too. Rear view camera coming right out from underneath that chrome accent, as well as does have reverse sensing. So as you're backing up, you're not only going to be able to see behind you, you're also going to get alert if you get too close to anything. It does have body colored bumpers throughout here with the reflectors kind of in those. And then you do have the molded in black here where the sensors are located. And down there you do have that silver painted rear skid plate with the dual exhaust under there. So great look to the back of the vehicle with this nice Corsair. Now let's go ahead and open this up. We do have on this keyless entry with power liftgate. Now you can use it a couple different ways. I actually want to show you the remote here because this remote is kind of special. You do have unlock, lock, you do have remote start. Remote start is standard equipment on your standard trim, as well as power liftgate switches back here too. And then for some reason, if the vehicle is dead, there is a key. It is hidden inside there. You just press the bottom button and it's going to open up so you can get to that key and be able to unlock that vehicle if you need to get into the vehicle. So we're going to put the key away though, because we can use the switch that is located right under your L. So just press that button there and it's going to go ahead and open up that liftgate. Now the liftgate can adjust on how high it stops. You'll notice it's stopping all the way to the top, but if you're a little bit shorter and you want it to stop right there so you can still reach the button, you can go ahead and bring it down and press and hold, and it will save that spot as the next time it opens the liftgate. Inside here, where we do have the carpeted mats, we're going to move these off to the side. Carpeted mats are standard equipment in the footwells in the front seat as well as the rear seats. In here, you're going to see the carpeted flooring here. It does have a little compartment. Underneath there, you're going to find the cargo management system. So open up the first little flap and you have easy access to the just a couple little compartments back there. So you can get to them real easily without having to open up the whole thing. Or you can pull it out and you're going to see the complete rear cargo management system there with lots of different compartments in there. You can put, jumper cables in there, blanket, whatever you might need, and it doesn't take away from the cargo area on the top part. So if you have other things you want to put in there, so something you want to leave in there all the time, you can leave it in this cargo management system underneath, along with you do have your mini spare tire in there as well under there, and your jack, of course, underneath the spare tire. Now you'll also notice these seats look a little different here. 60-40 split bench seats. They can move forward and back now for the Corsair. So what I did is I went ahead and left the 60% side clear back so you can kind of see where kind of cargo room you're going to have if you have those passengers that want to be clear back. They can do that. Or that 40% side, I did slide that completely forward, so that is the most forward position you might have. And it gives you extra cargo room if you really need to. If you have something a little bit longer that you'll need to put in here, you can do that as well. So a lot of cargo room in here, even with the seats all the way back. It's pretty similar in size to what you might see on the Nautilus. So I think you're going to love the rear cargo room back here. Also, those seats can recline back a little bit as well as fold forward. So there are levers on the seats. You'll need to go open those side doors to be able to lay those down, and then you'll get a more kind of almost a flat load level in there. A little slight incline there, but pretty much a flat load level if you need to put some things in there. Back here, you also do have a power point. Back here, as well as the lights, so you can see inside there, and then you do have the little latches down here, little loops if you want to tie some things down, and another little compartment over here, which we're going to talk about in the accessories in just a little bit, and that's where you could store one of the accessories that's going to be available for you. Now, as we move inside, the first thing I want to do is show you why Lincoln is calling these Corsairs quiet flight. So let's go ahead and look at the dash, and you can see that design there with those vents going right through, kind of like the wings through an airplane. Looks real sharp. You also do have the trim on. All your standard trim for your standard equipment is going to be the pinstripe aluminum back behind there, right above those vents. So that's the standard trim no matter what color interior you have. Now let's talk about the different color interiors. There are 3 different color interiors available for you. First one is your ebony, and we've seen that traditionally in the past. Ebony was the only color interior you could get on the MKC. That is available, of course, as for you. So all ebony, all black interior. Give you some clips off of Lincoln's website. So you're going to have all ebony, including your seats. And then you have your sandstone, which we did see that last year's model as well for the MKC. Sandstone is kind of that two-tone, so you do have that dark brown, light tan interior. I love what they've done with this one. They do kind of, even through the vents, it's kind of a two-tone with the lighter on the top, and right below that is the darker brown that kind of continues down with your light tan seats here. And now for the Corsair, you also have the slate interior, which is a gray interior, dark gray, light gray, similar to the two-tone that you're seeing with this particular vehicle. Again, I'll give you some clips off of Lincoln's website, what that's going to look like. So real beautiful look to it. Now, no matter which of those 3 colors you go with, again, the trim back behind is going to be that pinstripe aluminum, and then you're going to have the nice chrome accents on the door and high gloss finish in several different areas. And I love the door and how that feels. Kind of a nice tactile feel with these lines that kind of go through there that you can't really see, but you could feel. Just real nice high gloss finish here, as well as the same feel on the doors on the console cover here too. Now, another thing I want to talk about real quick is I've been kind of noticing as I've been sitting here is part of the Lincoln Embrace is not only the LED lights on the outside, but when you get inside and you go to get in the vehicle and to start it, you'll notice the start-stop switch there it's pulsating for you. So that's kind of a nice little touch that Lincoln has. Again, I kind of like finding those little things that a lot of people don't think about that kind of set the Lincoln brand aside from some of the others. Also, another thing I want to talk about is your personal profiles. Very important. Personal profiles are a little bit different than just your driver's memory. A driver memory is going to memorize, your seat position and your mirror, but the personal profiles will also memorize your climate control settings, your radio control settings, even your driver assist settings and what you like to have activated. So my wife and I have different preferences when we're driving from each other. I like to have, some of the different controls for the lane keeping system and even your auto high beams where she may not. So she can kind of adjust those driver assist settings, and with her memory seat, it'll adjust everything for you. So when you get in the vehicle and hit your button, it's going to adjust, the radio control, the climate where you like it, your driver assist features where you like it. So I love the personal profiles. Standard equipment on every Corsair. I think that's just fabulous. We did see that roll out first on the Lincoln Navigator on that luxury vehicle, but now we're seeing it on the Aviator as well as the Corsair. Now let's talk about these seats. The standard seat configuration for the standard trim is going to be the Lincoln Soft Touch seats. A lot of people ask, are those leather? Lincoln doesn't preference as being a premium leather seat, but if you feel it, you get in it, it is a leather seat in my opinion on how it feels. It's a really nice high quality seat, kind of a high quality vinyl is what they like to call it. They like to set the premium leather because it is such a higher quality leather that they will not put that on as the terminology for you, but it really does feel that way. Also, heated seat for the driver and front passenger, and you're going to have 10-way power adjustable seat as well for the driver and front passenger. Now those controls are going to be on the door. So just like your Navigator as well as your Aviator, the Corsair will have the seat controls on the door as well. So you're going to be able to control those right here, including your power lumbar, and the driver will get driver memory for 3 different drivers as well. And then heated seats. I don't know if I mentioned that already or not. So heated seats for the driver and front passenger. Rear seat back there seats 3, 60-40 split bench seat. We talked about that already. You do have an armrest that comes out of the middle backrest, to give you a quick clip of that. And then also you can see, I did go ahead and leave those seats adjusted so you can see the room that you have between that 60% side and the 40% side. So again, that 40% side is as far forward as you can put that seat. Most people won't have it clear, all the way that forward. They're going to probably have it, back but you can see all the legroom you have back there, much more than you've been seeing in the MKC. Behind the console, you will see vents as well as 2 USB ports back there. So great benefit to be able to power those different devices for those in the rear seat. Here on the door, power windows, locks, mirror switches to go along with your driver, the power seats controls there. Auto one touch for those windows as well. Just press it, and they're gonna go down all the way automatically. You won't have to hold the buttons there. For the steering wheel, leather wrapped steering wheel, and love the two-tone look to it. Also, it does have the manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel, so just pull that lever to the left side of the steering wheel, and it'll go up and down, forward and back, so you can get it just right no matter what size driver you are. Also, you'll notice now for the controls here, when you have the vehicle turned off, you can't see any of the words or the emblems for those 2 D-pads. So real nice look to it. It uses LED backlighting. When you hit the push button start to start it, you're going to see the controls around the D-pads are going to light up. So you're going to be able to read those and know what's going on there, and use those 2 D-pads to control several different things on the vehicle, including the one on the right will control most of this productivity screen here. In between your speedometer and your tach, which I think earlier I kind of mentioned that would be adjusted. I was thinking of the Aviator, so I'm getting a little confused. But so you're going to have speedometer, tach will be in there, and you have a 6.5-inch color display where you can control your different display of what you want shown on there, whether it be your audio controls in there. You can even show your trip controls, whatever it might be. You can even have set that to a calm screen, and what that's going to look like right there. And when you control your drive modes, that's where you're going to see those come on the display right there in that 6.5-inch screen there. You also notice the cruise control. Where are they? Can't see them, can't see any of the words. You hit that switch to the left of the horn there. That's where you're going to go ahead and press that. It will use LED backlighting to light up your cruise control settings. So that way you can see how those look when you're not using your cruise, and the reason to have those lit up there for you. And then the buttons are going to be back behind the steering, those controls there. So you're going to see those buttons back behind where you can use your fingers on the steering wheel to be able to control that instead of maybe your thumb. So that's where those are going to be positioned. Also, you're going to see a little button up here on the steering wheel in the top part where your thumb would be for your left thumb. That's where you can be able to make and receive phone calls, tell the assistant to change the climate, whatever it might be. You can, all those different commands, voice commands, you would just press the button right there. So it's located right by your thumb, so you don't have to take your hands off the steering wheel or move them down to be able to hit those buttons. They're going to be right here. Now let's talk about the climate control. Again, LED backlighting, so when you have the vehicle turned off, you can't see any of the words or the emblems. Push the push button start to start the vehicle. It's going to use that LED backlighting to light up everything with the LED backlighting. So nothing's going to be painted on to those buttons, so you don't have to worry about them wearing off over time. And a real impactful look. You'll do have the dual climate control as well, so the driver and front passenger can have 2 different temperatures there. For your audio controls, well, before we get to audio controls, let's talk about the push button start and push button shift, I should say. Piano style keys right here, like we did see first come out introduced for the Navigator, also included in the Aviator, and now in the Lincoln Corsair. So we're going to see that probably roll out in all their vehicles. A real nice look. The park and the neutral are more of a smooth finish, and then you have those ridged finish on the reverse and your drive there. So real nice look there. Also for your audio controls, it is a 10-speaker premium audio sound system. So great sound, AM, FM. You're going to have MP3 as well as Sirius XM satellite radio. It's going to be standard equipment, and it's going to come with this 8-inch touchscreen. So an LCD touchscreen here where you can control everything through there. Your driver assist and your vehicle settings will be controlled in there, personal profiles as well. And then, of course, when you put the vehicle in reverse, that's where you're going to see your backup camera coming into view in this nice screen right in the middle of your dash. Up here on the mirror, auto dimming rear view mirror, going to be standard equipment for you. The visor up here, what's really nice about this is those buttons there for your lights. You just press the lights. There isn't a button really for you to press. When you hit that light switch, it's not gonna like push in, but it will go ahead and light it up. So it is kind of a touch sensitive for those light switches there. And then it does have a sunglass bin as well, so you can just open that up, and then you can get to those sunglasses or stow them away in there, so that way they won't get bent or damaged in your compartments. I'll talk about the console real quick. In here you do have this nice compartment. You can slide that chrome button forward and you're going to get access into a big compartment down in here with 3 different ways to connect your phone. One of them is a power point. You also do have a USB port and a USB Type-C port. So no matter what kind of device or plug-in you might have, you're good to go in this media hub in here being able to plug those in. Also in here, where you see your drive mode switch is going to be right here. Your emergency parking brake is right here as well. And I had a hard time finding this, but there is an auto hold button for this, and auto hold allows you to hold the brake so you can relax your foot at a stoplight stop sign. And I wasn't sure where to find that auto start stop deactivation switch. They've taken those off of the vehicle. They want to kind of, I think, have less things on here, and they feel like those are 2 things maybe you wouldn't use as often. So they have moved it into the screen. So it is in your settings screen in here where you can deactivate the auto start stop, as well as the auto hold switch is right there. Not sure if I like it there, but that's where that is located if you're looking for that. Also the console here, you can press the button up here and it's going to open that up. And you can see a bigger compartment in there. So you have a little tray there where you can put coins, smaller things, items in, and then a bigger compartment underneath there as well there. So, and the last thing I want to talk about is standard equipment is going to be the Lincoln Connect. Allows you to stay connected to your Lincoln vehicle using the Lincoln Way app. So there's an embedded modem in the vehicle. You go ahead and download that app and you go ahead and register your vehicle, and that way you can do all kinds of cool things like remote starting your vehicle from anywhere. You can unlock and lock your vehicle from anywhere. You can also schedule remote start times, which is one of my favorites, as well as locate your vehicle, and all your Lincoln rewards are going to be found in your Lincoln Way app. So when you purchase a vehicle, you have oil changes, those are going to all be saved as Lincoln rewards points that you can use towards future services, accessories, or even purchasing a Lincoln vehicle from your favorite Lincoln dealership. So again, hopefully covered everything. Those are all your standard equipment first. But let's go ahead now and talk about that 101A equipment group. Now we're going to talk about a package that we haven't seen in the past as part of the standard trim for the MKC, but on the Corsair we have this 101A equipment group with some availability with some optional equipment we're going to talk about in just a little bit. So this 101A equipment group is where you're going to, if you're wanting all-wheel drive, you'll have to go up to this 101A equipment group to get the all-wheel drive. It's going to only be available with this 101A equipment group. Also, it's going to give you this wheel as a standard wheel on the 101A, so it differentiates that from your 100A. So real nice 18-inch wheel, so it does have the dark Tarnish painted pockets and a real great look to it. Gives it a more of a sporty look than your standard 100A wheel. It will be available as optional equipment. We'll get more into that in just a little bit. And then you can also get a package as part of, it's going to be included in the 101A equipment group, and it's called the convenience package. Convenience package gives you 4 great convenience features, as it's called. One of them is in the rear cargo area. So that rear seat backs, if maybe you want to lay those seats down, you don't have to come over to these doors and pull the levers over here. Now you have some power adjustable releases in the back, like you would see in the Nautilus. We've seen that in the past. It's also included in the Aviator. You just press those buttons and it's going to go ahead and power release those seats to fold down against the seat cushions themselves. So real nice, you don't have to move around. Nice convenience feature. That's a feature we have never seen in the MKC in the past. Is available on the standard trim as part of the 101A convenience package. This is crazy. Also inside you do have the universal garage door openers. That is also a great feature to have. You don't have to have that garage door opener clipped to your visor anymore. You can go ahead and program those transmitters to the switches and be able to go ahead and stow that garage door opener in your console, or even leave it at home and just use those buttons to open those garage doors. Ambient lighting. Ambient lighting is also available in the 101A in the convenience package here, and it's going to light up those cup holders, the footwells, the door compartments, and door handles with those different ambient lighting. You can change the colors on those through that your touchscreen in there as well. Speaking of that, something else that gets added to that touchscreen is your voice-activated navigation system. Again, a feature we didn't even see as a part of the standard trim in the MKC for 2019 is included in the 101A equipment group as part of the convenience package. Touchscreen navigation system, so pencil zoom capabilities, Sirius XM traffic and travel link, as well as have the navigation controls there on the 6.5-inch color display with using the D-pads to be able to see your different navigation, your turns and such, and your different directions right there in your productivity screen. So again, 101A equipment group is going to be very popular. That's why we ordered on this particular vehicle. Now what I'm going to do is talk about some different packages that are available, and the first one to talk about is available as optional equipment on the 100A. So it's the only optional package you can get on the 100A. It is the package we just got done talking about that's included in the 101A, and that's that convenience package. So you can get the 100A, maybe if you want that standard wheel, then you could go ahead and get the 100A with the factory standard wheel, and then get the convenience package if you'd like, or you could just go ahead and go to the 100A and get this wheel if you wanted to. So the convenience package is going to be optional equipment on the 100A. The rest of these packages that we're going to talk about are only available on the 101A equipment group. So we'll require you to have the convenience package to have these different other packages. And the first one to talk about is your Elements package. Elements package is a great way. You really almost want to call it the climate package in the past, because this is where you're going to get some of the heated features on the vehicle. So the first one's going to be on the inside for your driver and front passenger. Not only going to have heated seats now, they're going to also get ventilated seats. Ventilated seats on the standard trim, this is crazy. In MKC, we would never have seen the ventilated seats as even available on the standard trim. As part of this package, you can now get it on the standard trim. Also, you're going to get heated rear seats back here, so that's going to heat up those rear seats. Heated steering wheel as well, so you can warm those steering wheel up. Also be included in your remote start settings when you have it on the auto settings to go ahead and heat that steering wheel as well as your heated seats, as well as a couple features on the windshield wipers. And one of them is your rain sensing wipers. Rain sensing wipers, you have it in one of those intermittent settings. It'll go ahead and turn those wipers on. It starts to rain a little harder, they'll wipe a little faster. So it'll adjust it for you, so you don't have to keep adjusting that the intermittent settings for that. Just put it in that auto setting or the rain sensing settings, and it'll take care of everything for you. And then the windshield wiper de-icers. Windshield wiper de-icers come in real handy here in Kansas, where that windshield gets defrosted when you have that snow and ice on there. But those windshield wipers get wet, they freeze up when you're going down the highway, and they're not very useful. The windshield wiper de-icers will help with that, so that way you can actually use them and function in the times when you're driving in the snow and the ice when it's cold outside. So again, Elements package is available as optional equipment in the 100A. Here's another great package that is available on your 100A or 101A equipment group, and that is your premium package. This is great. This is unheard of. Standard equipment now, you can get the premium leather seats. So the Lincoln Soft Touch can be upgraded to the premium leather seats with this package. Also heated seats. Of course, if you got the Elements package, they'd be ventilated up there. So real nice. In fact, the seats earlier I mentioned I thought were the premium seats. The seats in this particular vehicle are the Lincoln Soft Touch, which, as you can see, already look really nice in those seats. The premium seats are going to be a great material, nice upgrade, available on the standard trim. Also, you can get, as part of this package, is a different wheel. So it's going to be a 19-inch premium painted aluminum wheel, so a nice upgraded 19-inch wheel. So a couple different wheel options, depends on these different packages you want to look at. And you're going to get the power sunshade as part of this equipment group. So power sunshade, the panoramic vista roof with the power sunshade, I should say. So great addition to this. You'd still get your side rails on there. Some people, sometimes they'll delete those, but in this case, they're keeping those. So you're going to have the panoramic vista roof, the nice upgraded 19-inch wheels, and the premium leather seats as part of this package. There is another package that is available. If that's not enough, on the 101A equipment group, you can also get the Copilot 360 Assist Plus package. Includes 6 technology features. I've never seen a Lincoln do this on a standard equipment vehicle before, so this is going to be a great addition to already great equipment and packages that are available in the standard trim. It's going to give you 6 great technology features. The first one is going to be front sensing system. It's going to be included in this. So you'll have the front sensor up there, so as you're pulling in those parking lots and driveways, you're going to get alerted so you know as you're getting closer and closer to different things. Also, you have a reverse sensing already as standard equipment. Now you're going to have the reverse brake assist as well. So a new technology we're seeing for 2020 also is something you see in the Aviator. As you're backing up, if you're not going to stop, if it notices that you're about ready to hit something and you don't hit your brakes, it's going to initiate the brake for you, just like the front collision warning will too. So a couple great technologies there. Also, you do have this evasive steering assist. So to go along with your pre-collision assist, if somebody darts out in front of you, you're not able to stop in time, and you go ahead and turn that steering wheel. It is driver initiated. It's going to help ease the steering so you can evasive steer away or around someone. Now that is something you can activate and deactivate in your settings screen as well. Some people don't know if they can really trust that or want that help, and they're kind of afraid that. You can deactivate that. Also, you have your adaptive cruise control with the new traffic jam assist. So adaptive cruise control just allows you to set the gap. As you approach someone, come up behind them, it's going to slow you down to go their speed until they speed back up, or you pass them and it'll resume. So you don't have to use your brakes so much. But to go along with that, you get lane centering with your cruise control. So it's going to keep you in the center of your lane. So not like the adaptive or the lane keeping system, it will keep you in the center of your lane. So you won't have to worry about bumping you back in or anything. It's going to keep you in the center of that lane. And the new speed sign recognition. New technology for a lot of the Ford and Lincoln vehicles this year allows you to be able to see those speed signs and adjust your speed limit based if those speed signs change. So if you're setting your cruise when it's maybe the speed limit is 75 and it slows down to 65, it'll slow you down with that and go along hand in hand with that adaptive cruise control. So that's, you know, now you have your standard cruise, adaptive cruise, and that's called your intelligent cruise control. And the speed sign recognition even works when you don't have your cruise set too. So what it'll do though this time is it won't actually change your speed, but it will alert you and then put it on your dash that the speed limit has changed and maybe you want to slow down or speed back up. So great features. Couple more features. That's only 4. We also have your new Park Assist system, that 2.0 system, the Park Assist Plus, I think is what they call that. So it is a newer technology there. It allows you to be able to parallel park, perpendicular park, reverse perpendicular park your vehicle, and it controls everything. It controls not only the steering, controls the shifting, the gas, and the brake just by pressing and holding the button. So great technology. We did see this in a 2020 Explorer a couple months ago, and I did a video on it. So I'll try to go ahead and put that, link that down in the description, as well as right here in the video. You should be able to see it as well, so you can check that video out and see how that works. A great inside as well as an outside perspective on that. And then lastly, you're going to get the 360-degree camera. So that way you're going to be able to see all the way around you, a camera on the front as well as under each of these mirrors. So you're going to have a split screen. One side you're going to be able to see completely around you. The other side is going to be the front or backup camera. Hit the button again and it's going to be able to see the front or backup camera completely in a full screen, in that 8-inch screen. So this is a great package. This is available on your standard trim. This is crazy. You don't have to go to reserve to get this equipment. So some great packages that are available. But now let's talk about some other standard or optional equipment, standalone options is what they call them, next in our video. Now there aren't a lot of standalone options on the standard trim. Most of everything are included in the different packages. Lincoln's try to make it a little bit easier for ordering and for people that are wanting certain amenities. But a couple of them there are available, and that is this wheel here. Available on the 100A is this 18-inch dark tarnish painted pocket wheel. So this is the standard wheel on the 101A, but is available as optional equipment on the 100A as well. Also, the front license plate bracket. I didn't mention earlier, it is standard equipment in states that require a front tag. States like Kansas that do not, it'll be optional equipment. If you do order it from the factory, the dealership will put it on free of charge. If you order this afterwards through your parts department, a lot of times they're going to charge you for the tag bracket as well as putting it on. So order it from the factory, save you some money that way if you want that on there. Also, some other different things that you can add to the vehicle are accessories. So these accessories can be ordered from the factory, shipped ahead to the dealership. Dealership will just slide them in the vehicle if you want to. And most of them are just things that just can be inserted. And of course, you can always get these afterwards as well. One of them is your floor liners. So all-weather floor liners that can be put in the vehicle, footwells in the front seat as well as the footwells in the back seat. You'd still get the carpeted mats, but they'd also give you these too, so you can put them in there during the winter time when it's snowing. You get mud, maybe if you're going to go outside or go somewhere, you know you're going to get muddy and you're going to get in and out. You can always put those in there as well. Also, cargo area protector. So again, an all-weather mat that goes in the cargo area, protect it back there, especially if you know that you're going to need to bring some things from the hardware store or whatever. You put those back there, they might get wet, or maybe it's from football stuff or different things for the kids. You can get an all-weather cargo area protector as well. And then they're also mentioning a tray, removable tray package system. Not really seen any images on Lincoln's website for this one yet, but if I do get some images, I'll try to insert it here. But I do want to make sure this is a very thorough video, so that it is something new that I haven't seen Lincoln have. So I think it might have to do with the cargo management system underneath. Being able to remove that easily, so maybe more of a all-weather material instead of the carpeted like you see in there. So that might be the difference there. And then also the wheel locking kit. So wheel lock kit is a great way. You would remove one of the lug nuts with a locking lug nut, and you'd have a wrench to go along with it, so that way people can't take those wheels from your vehicle. So again, those are your optional equipment. Most of them are accessories that are available on your 100 and 101A equipment group. Let's talk about the Lincoln warranties. Lincoln has great warranties on their vehicles. Their bumper-to-bumper warranty is a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty. So it's going to cover everything but tires usually and wipers. So a lot of things are going to be covered for the first 4 years and 50,000 miles. Powertrain will be covered for 6 years, 70,000 miles. So it'll go even further than that. So some great warranty that's going to go with all your vehicles. And don't forget about the Lincoln Service Pickup and Delivery. 4 years or 50,000 miles, you're going to get Lincoln Pickup and Delivery, which means they'll pick your vehicle up from your house, work, whatever it might be, leave you a Lincoln loaner for the day, they'll bring your vehicle in for service, also clean it up, and then they'll bring it back to you. So great service. You can do that. I think you have to be within 30 miles of a Lincoln dealership. Sometimes we'll go a little bit further than that for some of our customers, but that is something that's going to be a great service for you. Pickup and delivery. If you're someone that would rather bring your vehicle in, maybe you live outside of that area, you can also take that in. They'll give you a Lincoln loaner for the day or to go to lunch or whatever it might be. They'll still service your vehicle, we'll wash it, and then have it ready for you when you come back. So some great services there. Also, don't forget, there's some other great benefits for Lincoln vehicles. Check out our Lincoln website, McArthurLincoln.com. They're in each one of our vehicles. You can check for availability, schedule a test drive, you can see pictures, even a VR experience, outside as well as an inside perspective. We call it our spins, so you can check that, spin that car around, see what it looks like on the outside as well as on the inside too. So you can it looks like you're right there in the middle of the vehicle, and you can look all the way around the vehicle. So definitely check that out. If you have any questions, don't forget you can always call us. You can call us toll free, 1-800-874-6316, or you can call or text us at 785-378-5031. So hope you really enjoyed this video on the 2020 Lincoln Corsair Standard Trim. If you're watching this video, hopefully you saw earlier in the video that we had kind of put something up on the screen about free shipping. And right now we're going to talk about that. Free shipping for anywhere within the 48 states outside Alaska and Hawaii. It gets a little costly there, but we will ship any of our Lincoln vehicles to your door if you want to work with us. We've had a lot of customers say they wanted to work with us because of the knowledge that we have in our videos and making sure you get all the information you're looking for. Our motto is that we want to make sure you get the vehicle that you're wanting with the equipment that you're wanting, and we can deliver it right to your door from a dealership that knows their product. So definitely look out to us and reach out to us if you want to. Again, don't forget you can call or send us a text at 785-378-5031, or even toll free 1-800-874-6316. We do ask you finance a vehicle with us because the shipping isn't free to us, but we will go ahead and ship it to you. We just ask you finance it with us because the lenders will give us a kickback that will cover a lot of the costs for the shipping. So keep that in mind. And you'll also notice on our Lincoln website some great, very aggressive pricing on all of our Lincoln vehicles. Should outbeat about any other Lincoln dealership, but we will include shipping, whereas a lot of those will not. So definitely reach out to us. First time watching one of our videos, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below. That way you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel with some great Ford and Lincoln content. Check out our playlist on our channel as well. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. A lot of people forget to do that. This way they can make sure they get notified every time we have another video uploaded. We do about 2 a week with these types of videos like this, these nice walk-arounds. A lot of people like them, and so definitely hit that notification bell. If you haven't had a chance yet, go ahead and smash that like button. Let other people know it's a great video they need to watch. I'd appreciate it. It helps out the video, the channel, and it really gets the word out that this is a video they need to watch if they're looking for some Lincoln Corsair content. So again, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget you can follow us on social media. You can find us, we're at Law McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, even Instagram. And if you'd like to follow me, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Tim Bartz as well. So again, thanks for watching this video. Until the next one, we'll see you later.